Not a problem. And then you guys have gone to 2 continents. You've been on the top of Africa and you've gone over to India as well, to Asia. And you've been to India. Am I right? In studio, I have Mr. Naka. Just introduce yourself, your title.
Good evening, Ian. Thank you for having us. My name is Hussein Naka. I'm the instructor for Ashihara Karate, a school that I opened in September of 1980.
Okay.
So we've been around for 44 years so far.
1980? Yes. I was born 82, sorry, 82. So the school is older than me. And then I've got Zachary that's in studio with me. Good evening, Zachary. Are you well?
I'm doing well.
And yes, and then next to you is Tegan.
Yes.
Good evening, Tegan.
Evening.
Are you well?
Yes.
Tegan, how old are you?
I am 12.
12. You're speaking to almost 12 million people out there. So don't be nervous.
How are you feeling tonight, Tegan? You have 2 medals around. It's brilliant. It's beautiful. And how do you feel tonight, being on the radio?
Nervous.
I don't be nervous, man. You fought off other people to win, medals, championships. You have nothing to be nervous about.
And then I have the 2 ladies here. I have, is it Rabia and Rabia?
Yes.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Are you well?
I'm well, thank you, and yourself?
Well, you look like the girl you mustn't mess with.
Oh.
You got that look on your face. Like I'll karate chop you anytime, sir.
If I need to, yes.
You see there. And I've got Sadia here as well. Good evening. Are you well?
Yes, I am fine, thank you, and yourself?
I'm well. You look so calm now.
So that's all the calm.
And then, like I'm nervous. You see, I'm anxious now.
I was anxious. The level of skill in the room, I get it laid out in 5 seconds.
Yeah. And then I've got Mom Althea. Is it Althea Seralina in studio? Good evening, ma'am. Are you well?
Good evening. I'm good. Thank you. Yourself?
Well, no use complaining. And then you went along as the?
I went along as one of the parents,
yes,
but also one of the officials at the tournament in India.
Okay. All right. You see? So tell us take us on this journey. Okay, you sitting with that. I'll take back to you now quickly. Just take us on how this started, where it started, and how we got to where you're sitting with these trophies standing in front of me.
Okay, so it started last year. Sapanaka arranged the trip to India. We started raising funds and we departed Cape Town on the 18th of December and we returned on the 15th of January. We left here, we went to Ethiopia, had a training camp there, and then we went over into India, had some sightseeing, and then had some 4 training camps in different parts of India.
Wow. So you guys were away for the festive, the complete festive season. You were away.
Yes, that's correct.
You were sitting, all of you are smiling, so we don't know what happened there. You know, what happened in India stays in India, what happened in Ethiopia stays there. Yeah, Rabia's just shaking her head. She's like, you're right there, sir. And then just take us that experience. I mean, obviously now being away, we'll speak to Rabia, being away now, obviously over Christmas and New Year's, and only coming back like in the middle of January. How does that feel? Just that part of it.
It was scary and tiring because usually December time is your rest.
Yes.
So I just finished matric.
Oh, okay.
And straight after matric I had to leave to India and it was work every single day.
But
we traveled to 21 cities in 24 days.
Wow.
To do karate.
Okay. And obviously you had you were anxious about just finishing with trick and obviously getting the results. You had that.
Not really. No.
Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry. I was just trying to cover. My mom and daddy's listening. I was just trying to, soften the blow.
She got 7 distinctions and about an 87% pass.
Yes, yes. Do you want to write for me? I wrote in 1999. So yes. And then Sadia, on your side, what did the trip mean for you?
Like the experience.
Yes.
The experience for me, I found that was really good because especially the fact that Senpai tries to teach us confidence. So at all the camps, the boys and me and my sister, we had to teach.
Okay.
Senpai never taught. It was always us. And it was really hard because of the language barrier. So I feel like we all became more confident and we made many friends.
Wow. Okay, that's interesting. And so Tegan, the man, he looked like the Usain Bolt of the group with his medals around him.
Taken has such a harmless smile.
Yeah.
I'm sure when he brings out the moves, that spinning around, that lip flap. I love it.
I want to ask the one question. How does Moin Pa feel? They must be proud.
They are proud.
They are, yes. You are Mike's defender now, isn't it?
Yes.
You can walk now boldly in the road. So just take us through it. I mean, you're 12 years old, and you went along, and you've been out on 2 continents. You've been to Ethiopia, 2 countries, Ethiopia, and then Ethiopia, and then out to India. How was that experience for you?
The experience was fine, but it felt unsafe
It felt unsafe.
How so?
Yeah.
because of the crowded places.
Oh, okay. It was like intimidating because you're not like you're still in your early stages of development, a bit on the small side. Was it like that? Okay. And I've heard though that in the country people are a bit rough, maybe areas are crowded. Did you experience any of that?
One city.
Oh, talk to me. What happened?
Yeah.
I think he's lucky. He just feels safe at his home again. The comfort of his home. And then before we take the air break, I just want to hear from Zachary. Just your experience, Zach. How was it for you?
I thought it was a good experience. It's just that I went alone without any of my parents, and
Yes.
I missed my father's birthday, my mother's birthday, New Year's, and Christmas.
Wow. So you need to repay them that time.
Yeah.
But you made them proud.
You made them proud.
Yeah.
Let's see. So when we come back, we'll pick up the conversation as we're speaking to the Ashihara Karate School out in Plumstead. Am I correct? Yes. And they've just come back from competing in India, and they'll discuss how they've accumulated these trophies that are standing in front of me. When we come back, we'll pick up the conversation.
At Miko Suzuki Kenilworth,
To the show, Sports Central on 91.3 FM stereo in the metro and 95.8 out in the Boland area. And don't forget, if you are outside of the Western Cape or over the borders, you can tune in on www.vocfm.co.za, or of course get in the conversation with us about karate this evening or any other sports related matters that are happening this weekend on 082-913-913. So yes, I'm speaking to the Ashihara Karate School out in Plumstead, and we're going to just hop on. I think the young lady Sadia first wants to make a correction here about the results.
No.
You don't want to? No, correct it.
So it wasn't 87, it was 88%.
You see, they want to be specific. that is what karate teaches you.
Yeah.
Am I right?
That's good, yeah. And what we said off air also, like, parents often keep the children back from doing karate or taking up extracurricular sport because they have this concern that the sport might take away from the academics, where in reality it could be like the exact opposite, because the sports could equip you with that discipline, that everything you need, the confidence to do better in your schoolwork. Like, for example, like home, like if you practice a kick, and you practice it multiple times before you get it right. And when you get it right, how can I make this kick faster? How can I do this? How can I add to this? And that mentality can transfer into that school.
Yes. Not only that, Junaid, it's a matter of it's your way of just releasing that energy and to sit cooped up with books all the time. Because you're going to realize that when you leave that schoolwork for that moment, and you go just to take a break and you come back, that's when your revision kicks in.
Yes.
Do I remember what I studied?
Yeah.
I mean, I can, from my side, okay, this is now, I'm matriculated in 1999, come on, guys. But what I did was I could relate listening to music while I was studying. And when I play the song back in my head, I would be able to write my history essays.
Yes.
Like the book is in front of me.
Yeah.
That helped me.
Yeah.
You understand? So give me systems, give me those, but don't give me maths.
I agree with you.
Don't give me maths.
Force maths, the skin of my teeth.
Yeah, but this is not an education channel. This is you are tuned into Sports Central. Taken, we want to correct just a matter here that it's not that it was dangerous. Not taken.
I think it was more overwhelming.
Overwhelming, yes.
Because in the city of Surat, in Gujarat state, the population is 70 million. Now, in one city, that's also South Africa's population.
Yes.
So that is the frightening thing, that there's so much people that you just amazed everywhere. The trains are packed, the roads are packed. A journey from Cape Town to Wynberg would take you 3 hours on the M5.
Yes, sir.
Just because of sheer amount of traffic. A 2-lane roadway becomes 6 lanes, but it's only 2 lanes. So you have 6 rows of cars on the 2-lane. It's that busy because of the population.
But the problem is that
But just on the education bit, my school, as I mentioned, I opened in 1980. And what possibly made us last so long, and Sadia had mentioned the results of her sister, is that at our school, students must bring their school reports after every exams. And because they know I monitor it, they try to do better. That's the one thing. And when you practice any sporting activity, your body releases a hormone, a feel-good hormone. And that is what makes you do better. Or you can focus better on your studies.
Okay, and that is what goes to the point that I said again, is that sports and education can coexist.
Yeah, that's correct.
It can, and we need to break that. No, my kid can't do sport this year because he's busy with exam or he's busy with. It can. It just helps him. And I mean, here you guys are sitting. We've had this countless times in our Junaid where the athlete is able to do it because it teaches him discipline, it teaches him time management.
Yes,
as well.
right.
And they've come back with awards and trophies.
Yeah.
For the achievements.
Yeah.
But just as we said now, we sorted with that. But where's my boy Zach? The boy that missed 4 important dates. So just tell us. So what part of the tournament did you take part in?
I took part in kata.
Okay.
I came first place for it. Wasn't really as difficult as I expect.
Maybe explain to us kata for the listeners who may be unaware. It's basically it's demonstration, isn't it?
Kata.
Like a demonstration, no?
Something like that, basically.
All right.
It's essentially a compilation of different movements
Okay.
that's put together to form kata.
And then you have the judges, no?
Yeah.
Yes.
The judge you.
It's an imaginary fight against multiple opponents, and then the judges, like in gymnastics, see how you performed it, and then they judge you accordingly.
Oh, that's when I normally do that when I just wake up in the morning, you know. Just add a bit of excitement in my life. So, but again, Zach, on your side, when you're saying that you missed those 4 dates, but you know what, you just said now that you finished in first place.
Yes.
And that is the small reward for those dates that you've missed. I'm sure your parents are proud of you.
They are proud of me.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's it. And then the ladies on your side, did you guys compete? Sadia, did you?
Yes, I did.
And how was it?
So I took part in fighting and kata, and I enjoy fighting more because with kata, someone could easily say, no, this wasn't good, this wasn't. But with fighting, it depends on you.
Yeah.
So with fighting, I of course enjoy that more. So with all my fights, it was quick because each fight is 1 minute long or 1 minute 30 seconds. But the rules is if you kick the person 3 times in the face, you automatically win.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed that more because within what you said was 15 seconds, the fight was done because I got the girl 3 times in the face.
Okay, so you're not to be messed with.
Definitely not.
Yeah, I mean, 15 seconds. Yes, take you that long to just get out of bed, stand up straight.
and your toughest fight?
The toughest fight.
The toughest fight, yeah.
In India, because I only did 2 fights because they were in divisions of 4. So the toughest one was the girl that I fought in the final because the score was taller than me and she was slim, so she could kick high also. But her kicks didn't go through, so no matter what she did, she couldn't get me in the face.
Your defense was strong.
So how I got her was I would act like I was doing like a front kick, but then she wouldn't know that it was a round kick, and that would always get her in the face.
You are nice.
So you should flip the kicks.
Yeah.
Yes.
One kick to flip it into another kick.
It's a high level of skill here.
So when you guys TVs go back on tonight, you can go watch Karate Kid to see what she's talking about. Or you can go watch what's that Jean-Claude Van Damme movies.
John.
Cobra Kai now.
That's a nice series actually. You must give it a try. I enjoyed it. I didn't finish it because I forget what episode I was at, and then I leave it. But from what I watched, I don't know, how do you guys feel about it? Have you watched it?
Yes, multiple times.
Okay, so it's accurate. No.
No.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't watch the first or second one.
What was wrong with it for you?
The betrayal.
Okay.
There was. It's supposed to be disciplined, but there was just too much. Not discipline.
Oh, I watched it for the drama.
Yeah, you see now. Yeah. But now again, Taken, where did you fall in love with karate?
I fell in love with the movies.
With the movies, yeah.
Which movies?
Karate movies.
Innocently.
Was it like Karate Kid? Was it maybe
Karate
Bruce
Kid.
Lee's, Jackie Chan's? Yeah.
Karate Kid.
Oh, so he was like with the one with Jackie Chan or the first one with Mr. Miyagi?
First one.
The first one, yeah, that's the classic.
So you believe in Chuck Norris can do everything and anything? No. No, you can't. So I've got the WhatsApp line, I've got the one from 0115. It says, Assalamu alaikum, Ian. Gevaarlijke mensen in the studio. Round kicks is dangerous. You see that?
Yeah.
Now she laughs so innocently. But you must see these girls in the studio, you would never say, or any of them, that they've won this and they've been to this tournament in India. I've got the All Indian Ashihara Karate and Sabaki Championship 2025 trophies in front of me. I've got the medallions also here. So it's a bit of bling in the studio tonight. Zachary Taken has got his 2 medals around his neck. He's just showing off. I don't know. Then Sabia took hers out of her pocket now so that I can see she's got one here. I don't know, Junaid, where's your one?
Me, nah, I gave up on karate. It's the hard. It's many push-ups.
I've never done karate in my life. Never had the desire to do it.
So you should, like, you learn a lot.
Am I allowed to do it with socks on?
You can, if you want to.
Yeah.
I'm just going to slip, isn't it?
Yeah, you will probably. Yeah,
No, it's not for me. Karate is not for me. I'll stick to the football field. That's where I'm good at. Behind, the pen pusher behind the scenes.
Let me tell you, Ian. If you know to fight, so after karate, I went into boxing, and if you know, do you know how liquor it is on the soccer field to know if somebody starts something with you, you know how to deal with it.
I want to put in a disclaimer tonight that I have no connection with all these violent people.
Roy Keane was an amateur boxer.
Yeah, that is why he took Ireland out.
That was Wayne Rooney also.
Yeah. That is why they are gangsters, they are thugs.
No, they're not. They are Premier League.
They are Man United thugs. That's what they are.
Champions.
But yes, we digress here. Mom, how was the experience for you? As you said, you went as an official as well.
As a parent and an official, it was a great experience. It was very different from what Cape Town is. It was tiring because we traveled a lot. We never had much sleep on the whole journey. And then as an official, at times it was difficult because of the language barrier. The kids could not understand you, the adults could not understand you because they only speak one language.
Yeah.
And you speak English, so they don't know what you're saying. But it was nice. In the end, it was nice. It was a long day, the tournament, but it was nice.
And just obviously the culture change, the culture difference, the food, and obviously they take it a bit serious that side. What's wrong? Rabia, what's wrong?
I said, what food?
What? Didn't you eat?
Wait. Can I ask something? No? So
Traumatized.
I heard that in some areas of India, they line up to go to the toilet every morning. Can you verify that for me?
Line up.
They line up like I think it's more in the rural areas where they have that strong curry for supper, and then in the morning there's a whole line.
Oh. No. But all the food there is like extremely spicy. You can take the chilies out and it's still spicy. No man, I think to one point I almost cried because of how spicy the food was. I was starting to tear up.
And there's no fast food places or something like that?
There was. So usually we wouldn't go, but since we really needed to eat, we went to a KFC. So I don't know what it was, but it was just a roll, a patty, and a roll. That's it.
It's either that or a masala burger.
Yeah,
a curry burger. They call it a curry
burger.
Like I'm not trying that.
To that McDonald's, they don't sell beef. So it's only chicken or veggie.
Oh, yes.
And in Ethiopia, how was it there? What did you guys eat there again?
We had the hotel food, so that was amazing. That's the only
You
time
see
we
that
really
she's glowing now.
Yes,
Probably because of the hotel life.
other days there was a day that we had one banana over 2 days. That is all that we had.
The problem wasn't that there wasn't food. The problem was having food that you would normally eat.
Yes.
That was the problem. When we travel on the train and you can buy food when the train stops.
Yeah.
But it's curry or it's...
Yeah. All right. So we just need to take another air break. When we come back, we'll pick up the conversation with the Ashihara Karate School. They are out in Plumstead. They have won... did I say something wrong? Ashihara. What did I say? Ashihara. I'm just, come on, it's abbreviated. Come on, man. But yes, we're discussing their recent trip to Ethiopia and India. And yes, and if you would like to join them, I'm sure Senpa Harker is interested in. And I mean, his school is already 44 years old and still going very strong. But please make sure that you have the proper academics, because these are all A students that are sitting here. So yeah, it just proves again that sport and education can coexist. But when we come back, we'll pick up the conversation. Yeah. So let me just first get something right. I'll make 2 errors before we enter before the air break. It is Ashihara Karate School and it is Senpa Naka and not Aka. All right.
Okay, thank you very much for that.
before they karate chop me out of here. But I'm going to just shift the focus to the main man and the man that has started all this. As he said, the journey started out in 1980. So just take us through there, and you've given me your full title, and I just want to give it to the listeners so they can understand.
Thank you again, Ian. I started karate in 1974. Actually, I told Junaid earlier, your studio has changed because I remember it was a circular table sitting around it. And one of my other books that I had written, the first chapter was training under apartheid. And the time when I started karate, apartheid was still very much alive. And in that book, I explained that process. But around 1980, because of the needs in my area, I lived in retreat. By then, I was doing karate for 6 years. I just turned 16, 17. And I saw my body starting to do naughty stuff. And I thought, wait, let me start teaching them karate. And maybe I could get them focus and things. So in 1980, I started a school at the Madrasa in Retreat. And possibly people never thought it would last. And 44 years later, from that single school, we have grown to branches in over 30 countries that are under my leadership. So I have a somewhat nice job in that I travel around the world and I teach and I conduct gradings and things. And from 1985, I made karate my profession. So as I wrote in my one book, are you living your dreams? If not, why not?
I just want to go back to something that you said that caught my eye and something that you showed me. You said that your friends did naughty things, but you just showed me now a visual of your book where you had a car drive over your stomach.
Yes.
Who was naughty then at 16 or 17?
At 17, at high school, I did 1,000 sit-ups a day. And I had seen a colleague that I eventually trained with in Turkey letting a car drive over him. And I thought, I can do that too. I must tell you that when I was 9 years old, I lost vision in one eye. And I grew up in the street opposite the bioscope, watching Bruce Lee movies and Silver Fox and all that early flood of Kung Fu movies. And I wanted to be like that. And I was ridiculed. I was fat. A song came out, Hey Fatty Bomb Bomb, in 1976. I wasn't fat, I was chubby. So they would make fun of me. And I told myself, I'm going to have a physique. And when the physique eventually came, I thought I could do that. And at 17, I had the car drive over me, a combi. But that was to show that the mind is stronger than the body.
Yes.
But the body must be strong too,
Yeah.
otherwise you die.
Yeah.
So
Wouldn't be sitting here now today.
yeah, and eventually I did that 13 times. From the age of 17 to the age of 33, I did it multiple times to show that you can. I'm sure I can still do it now, because I'm relatively in a good shape.
The girls are saying no, Daddy.
But yes, I should leave that for the younger people now. But it was also to inspire our students to say nothing is impossible.
Yes.
Now I would like to ask Sadia, what was the magical words?
Believe that you can do it, act as you can do it, and in no time you'll be doing it.
Lovely.
So that's the magical words. Believe you can do it, act as if you can do it, and then in no time you'll be doing it.
So then you kids are saying it, fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, yes.
That's what's the new new generation.
And this is basically why, despite the tournament was our last day in India, we had traveled extensively all around India.
Yeah.
Some of the Indian people had told me, wow, your team has seen more of India than what Indians have seen. In our first day we arrived, we went to Ajmer. Ajmer is where they have a Muslim shrine. Then we went to Jaipur, where they have a pink palace and a floating palace and others. Then they went to Agra, where they had the Taj Mahal. They went all over, from the east to the north to everywhere. Cold weather to hot weather. But before we left, I did tell Althea, it's not going to be a holiday. It's going to be tough. But what they also experienced, they could go see schools in India and see the conditions that those schools look like.
Yes.
There's some posh schools, but when we see what they have, then we appreciate more what we have.
Yes.
And the kids in India go to school 6 days a week. And they're pushing out top academics in that regard.
Yes.
Okay, but coming back to karate, it's the students that performed. They, other than competing in their division, they also demonstrated so that they could inspire. India is one of my largest member countries. I have been to India. This visit was my 55th visit to India. I have been to 60 countries. So this is why I say I have a very nice
A well-traveled man.
job. I'm living my dreams.
Yes.
And if I look at it, Zachary and Tegan has now been to 2 countries. Rabia has fought in a world championships in Turkey before, so she's been to several countries. Both Rabia and Sadia actually started crawling at karate. On YouTube, there's a video of Rabia at age 3 doing kata already.
Sure.
So
In the blood.
yeah, she's gesout in that sense. And like we said, sport and academics go hand in hand. But Tegan said something wonderful after the tournament. What was it now? Tell them.
I have respect.
He has respect.
Yeah.
The fighters there in India now has respect for Tegan. Because he outclassed them clearly. Although he just kicked with one leg mostly. But he was just doing high kicks.
It was over.
He was fighting taller guys and he was catching them extremely well.
That's impressive. Sure. And were there competitors from other countries also?
In this tournament, just from all over India.
Okay. So it's mad to go to a country to conquer and then come back.
Yes.
Mad respect, guys. Mad respect.
So just on that, it's amazing, and you're so right when you say that you give the kid a holistic approach and the holistic development. It is not just about let's do the sport and we go to a country and we do it. You have to go and visit. You have to experience the culture to come back and plow back in what you've learned there, and put it in your life as well of how you can. I mean, I can vouch for something like that. I went on I think it was called the American Dream Tour back in the day, and we sat in the classes in America, and it teaches you how to just know that the teacher's not there to spoon feed you.
Yeah.
And you've learned that now going to classes in India. Now you know. I mean, you've matriculated. It's something that you can say you've learned something in another country, and how do you now put that back in here, knowing that they are pushing, like you said, they're going to school for 6 days a week. where we are trying to push a 4-day week here, in this country. There's already teachers complain there's not enough teaching time, and we want to just, take a day away. So now you're saying, listen, this is something that can become a job for you, in essence. Because now you've learned what they have done, and now you can do it here. And just put that into perspective of, like you said, fake it till you make it. I don't know all the analogies that you put there, but we just going for the sake of the younger generation, it's fake it till you make it. So yes, and then to use just give me the title here. It's staring in my face here. Is it Kacho?
Okay, yes. About that title.
Because what the title, man? This because you put it in my face here, so I get your surname right.
I'm probably fortunate in that in our communities there are very few highly ranked instructors.
Yes.
I'm fortunate that I'm one of the higher ones. I have a 8th dan black belt, and how it works, it takes you about 3 to 5 years to get the first dan, another 2-3 years to get the next dan, and so you work up. Okay. The first and second dan generally is called senpai. 3rd and 4th dan is called sensei. 5, 6, and 7 is called shihan, which means master. The sensei is the teacher. The word senpai means senior. I'll come back to that now.
Okay.
And then my title is kaicho. Kaicho is grandmaster, the chairman of the organization. But I'm too young to, not that I'm young, but I'm too young to be a grandmaster. Okay? But in our school or my dojo, all my black belts are just called senpai. The word senpai means senior. And why I keep to that and myself is that it keeps the ego away.
Yeah.
Because some people say, I'm a shihan, I'm a master.
Yeah.
And you can't approach them. The team will tell you in India, our students, and we have thousands of students in India, they love me because they can come chat to me, they can ask questions. Unlike other masters where you can't approach them.
Yes. Yeah.
And karate, that's what it should be teaching you, humility.
Mm.
And unfortunately in karate, it doesn't go that well.
Yeah.
Now, I just shown earlier, I'd shown Ian, I have a new book that we just launched. On the 16th of February, we're actually having the book launch.
Nice.
And in the book, I actually speak about that, about morals and humility. Because people think karate will teach you morals. It doesn't happen at karate. If you don't have it at home, we can't teach you.
Yes.
And unfortunately in our society today, most times parents are working, kids are left on their own, so they grow up with no values. Because of that.
Yeah.
And yes, we do. Tegan, when you come in by the door at the dojo, what do you say?
Also negashimasu.
What does that mean?
Please teach me.
So
nice.
when they come in by the door, really, they say, please teach me. They've got to switch off from whatever is happening outside.
Yeah.
If the class has already started, then what do you do, Tegan?
What's it?
If the class has started and you're late,
You must do 10 push-ups.
and then
You sit on your knees and say, Ostresimas.
what does that mean?
Please excuse me.
So they learn to say, please excuse me as well. Then they must wait until the instructor say, join the class. And at the end of the class, Zachary, what do you say?
Senpai ni arigato gozaimashita.
What does that mean?
Thank you for teaching us.
So at the end of the class, they say thank you to the teacher as well. So they start learning, there's a semblance of discipline, and as they progress, more and more, it comes in.
I think our educators need to take that. That's the script.
Yeah.
When the learner walks into class and when they leave the classroom, I think
Please teach me.
just take some advice. I mean, that's amazing.
In Japan, for example, until 4th grade, they don't write exams. They learn discipline, they learn manners, they learn all those things. At the Japanese schools, they don't have caretakers. The kids come in the morning, they clean their own classrooms. When they go home in the afternoon, they clean it again.
Sure.
Now imagine we could do that.
Yeah.
And the kids will be forced to have some semblance of discipline.
Yes, and it's so needed today in the education sector at schools. It's
Because
needed.
it's becoming worse.
It's needed for our youth. I mean, I have this conversation. I mean, we have it off air, on air, where and I feel that we're doing enough for the youth, but it's getting the youth to the program. There's enough programs out there. There's enough.
There's a lot.
It's
always every weekend.
It's getting them there and getting them. They need to get that hunger and desire to want to learn. As you said, teach me, show me the way. You know, and then I got a nice message here. It's from 7765. It says, "Mashallah, my daughter came from his karate school in retreat when she was very young. Today, after 27 years, she became an executive chef. Learning how to do karate, it really helped her to face life. Well done to the teacher."
Thank you.
So there, it's evident.
Yeah.
Right? And I don't want to see the cars driving over the girls. So believe no.
No, thank you.
I'm pretty sure you guys don't do 1,000 sit-ups a day. No. Yeah.
Although we have a competition the end of Feb, I want to see all students having a six-pack.
Ooh, in a month?
Nice.
Yes, I should be training.
Okay, can I come sign up? Is it for me also?
Yes.
Wishful thinking here. Wishful
Can you put his mic off, please, man? The time has got 2 minutes to 9. I've got the Ashihara Karate School from Plumstead. They've just come back from their championship out in India, where young Tegan, who's 12, is sitting here with his medals. I've got Zachary here sitting with his medals. I've got the two ladies, Rabia and Sadia, that are here. I don't see Rabia's medals.
I didn't compete. I was the tournament director.
Oh, sorry.
I ran the tournament.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, and then she just demonstrated
Yes.
advanced stuff as a performer.
All right. And then I've got Mom Althea that was also there as an official. And then, yes, guys, all the best for 2025. And may you continue to lead lives and teach people. I mean, yeah, you see for yourself, after 27 years, somebody has learned from and taken what you've taught them to become an executive chef of an institute. And with that comes the discipline and the desire and the hunger to always succeed. And again, parents out there, sport and education can coexist. And do your child that favor to give them the opportunity to excel at both, so they can become well all-rounded, holistic individuals out there that then creates a better society for ourselves. Right?
Ian, if I could just before you cut,
Yep.
Other than Plumstead, I teach karate full-time and I teach at schools like Star College, Bridgetown, Star College, Saveram Park, Two Oceans Leadership Academy, Otters Preparatory in Ottery, Grassroots Preparatory. So quite a few schools I teach at, and not just in Plumstead.
Okay, so we've come to the end of the show. Guys, thank you very much. I have just one question. Please give the difference between karate and kung fu in 30 seconds if you can.
Karate comes from Japan and Kung Fu comes from China. And I will be at MJ Lee's tournament tomorrow.
Yeah, we're all going to be there, so don't worry. We might not take each other on, but we will be there. Guys, that brings the end to the Friday edition of Sports Central. Catch me on Sunday evening when I'm back. And don't forget to come out and meet us as presenters, as champions that are going to just to go in and support the African Youth Championship out in Goodwood. That starts tomorrow morning. And I'll end off with this message to say, from 7387, it says, Assalam and good evening, Ian, and all in studio. Wow, we need more of this talented people to be showcased.
Yeah.
Thank you. And that is what you guys, Grassroots to Global. Guys, be safe out there and make sure that your lights are on. If not, guys, I don't know what else to say, but we should push. We had 10 months without load shedding, and it's back. But you know what? The talent will keep the stars alive, and that's what we all are. Good evening, and have a good night.